Good morning, everyone. We are back with another Mass Effect video. We're dangerously close to turning into a Mass Effect channel, which isn't that bad of an idea considering how much I really like this franchise. But that being said, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to get subscribed and turn that bell notification on to stay up to date with new content as it drops on this channel. We do as much daily content as possible. Sometimes it'll be just centered on one idea, such as this video that we're going to be talking about here. Sometimes it'll be a news brief, if you will, just kind of going over the news of the past day or so. But this specifically is the latest information about Mass Effect's newest game coming to us at some later date. Unfortunately, it's not anytime soon. All we have to look forward to right now is the remaster trilogy coming out in the spring, which I believe would fall anywhere between February and May. So it could be a while before we have a new Mass Effect thing to buy. That is a video game form. Now, speaking of new things to buy, Mass Effect, there's a new art book on its way when the remaster comes out. This will be around the same time. And we have some new concept art for the next game. Now, another video I do want to mention that I'm going to be doing probably this week and maybe even tomorrow is we're going to be looking at things I want to see from the remaster a little more properly than the speculatory video I did a couple weeks ago. So if you're interested in that, definitely get subscribed for that. And I definitely want to know your guys' thoughts on that too. So we're going to go over the concept art. This is from IGN. They did pull this from Eurogamer in terms of the pictures that we are going to be looking at. It's really hard to tell. I mean, it's concept art, so you can't really take concept art too seriously in terms of what we could be seeing. But sometimes you can. So we're going to do as much investigating journalism as we can. But regardless, let's kind of just jump into this. There's only 3 pictures so far. Like I said, this comes from Eurogamer, and it came from a Tumblr user known as Falasin. So shout out to him or her or whoever you might be. So we're going to try doing a zoom here if we can. And it's really hard to tell who we might be looking at. I'm going to be honest, I don't know. There's another picture down here, which we saw. It's not in this one, is it? That's weird. It was from the Bioware blog, and some folks are surmising this might be an alternate angle of sorts or the same kind of scene, just in like a different backdrop, if you will. So it's possible we have a Drell and a Solarian within this picture. If I had to guess, this might be the Drell down here. Don't know. It's really hard to tell because it's, I think, foggy for a reason. It's really hard to tell what we might be looking at. But of course, this is a ship. It's not the Normandy, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So let's move on to the next picture here. We got another interesting image here. Now, these kind of look like the Ascension almost. I mean, they're a lot taller than what the Ascension would look like, because the Ascension is kind of more, it's got a lot wider of a middle ground here, I guess is the easiest way to describe it. So this might be like a Citadel-like structure, because if these are spaceships, this is obviously massive in scale in comparison. So I'm very interested to see what this might be representing. This almost looks like it's landed on a ground of sorts. So I don't know. It's not a Reapers, obviously, but it's hard to tell. Like, that's what's kind of cool about these concept arts. It's really up to your interpretation, especially when we're getting something like this. Now, whether those are like ships that I'm kind of pointing at here, I don't know if you can see my mouse. You can. Okay. So I don't know if these are ships that, like I kind of just mentioned, the Ascension, or maybe these are just huge towers of light. And this might be a ship. It's hard to tell the scale, to be honest. But like I said, I'm going to go with the theory this is a Citadel-like structure, and these are ships right over here. And this could be something Citadel-like as well. I'll be honest, it's kind of tough telling. This might even be a ship of sorts. Yeah, this one I'm completely lost on. Got nothing here. This actually might be a mass relay even. It might be a mass relay. I'm going to go, yeah, this is definitely a mass relay. Okay, yeah, MR7, yes, this is a mass relay. Making me sound stupid here. It looks broken, so we got that going for us. So I don't remember, were the mass relays labeled like this? I mean, that's clearly what this is representing. It's mass relay. And this has that shape, with the circle and then this thing here that spins around and around. But yeah, it definitely looks like it's seen better days. But via Falasin, the person that posted this, said the new book introduces the images as a look at the the next Mass Effect. A veteran team is hard at work envisioning the next big Mass Effect game, which we knew about from the Bioware blog. Expect amazing new worlds to explore with memorable characters buoyed by the series' signature choices and consequences. Now, I mean, you could take that memorable characters line as, okay, these are going to be new memorable characters. They're talking about new worlds. So this would definitely hint that we're not going back to Andromeda. I don't think that's what we're hinting at here. So what we might be seeing is yet another reboot style of a game. I don't know. But I mean, you could also take the memorable characters hinting at maybe you already remember these characters and stuff like that as well. They go on to say that the pictures are pretty murky, kind of like we just alluded to. Say it's hard to make out specific characters, but it looks like they're investigating some kind of crashed ship or entering into an underground base. Giant wires are hanging from the trees, which look scientific in nature. They talk about there's an image of some terrifying, oppressive architecture that hangs high above a forest. Looks like they're sitting on top of another environment, or at least some kind of structure a bit like Midgard in Final Fantasy VII. And they go on to say that this resembles a remnant structures from Andromeda, suggesting the next game may return to the new galaxy. So, I don't know. When I talk about new worlds, I guess technically Andromeda would fit that bill. But still, it's really up in the air, to be honest. I really don't know. They go on to say the final image shows a structure that looks like kin of the series mass relays, which I figured out in the middle of discussing on Blaze with MR7. It looks as though we're seeing the construction of new relays which enable far-flung travel across the series galaxies. So yeah, we got some new stuff to kind of whet our appetite in the meantime. Of course, concept art is not playing a new game, which we'd rather be playing the new game. If I had to guess, we're looking at a fall winter 2022 release for Mass Effect's next game, unless they've been working at this for a long time and we could see it during the winter of next year. I think it's going to be a winter title, like a November title, that we're maybe an N7 day title. Because if it's in 2022, you can put it on November 7th will be a Monday, I believe. It's 2021 November 7th would be a Sunday, so it'd be a weird date if you wanted to make it N7 day. But what are your thoughts on these images we just got to kind of tease us a little bit about the next Mass Effect game? Do you have any theories on what they could be? I'll leave a link to this in the description so you can absolutely kind of look at it yourselves and do a little more investigative sleuthing than I just did. Like I said, come back tomorrow or Thursday or whenever we decide to do our Mass Effect wish list for the remastered trilogy that's going to be coming to us in just a few short months. I'm excited for it, and I'm in this weird place where I want to replay the series, but at the same time, I know how busy I am personally, and I won't finish the trilogy by the time the remaster comes out, and I'll be like, I want to play the remaster now. So I'm in a weird place with that right now, but we'll catch you guys down the road. Of course, let me know your thoughts on this. Leave a like and leave a comment down there. We can talk a little bit about Mass Effect in the meantime. So again, I want to thank you for your support, and we will catch you later. Thank you.